Hello, everyone, and welcome to CSRMA. Today we've got another match of the Zelda 2 Randomizer 2023 Standard Tournament. Here we've got quarterfinals game 1 between MiRai and cstutor. I'm starting with me on comms tonight. Is Manly, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Not bad. Back from Speed Gaming Live. Been out for a couple of weeks. Nice to be back here with another match.
Yeah, I can only imagine how it must be neat going to that. I would like to do that sometime, but
It was fun, it is good to be back with some more Zelda 2, and been having it since I was looking at this. Should be interesting to see how these guys do. If we are in quarterfinals here, anything particularly want to see from the seed?
uh well, knowing my seed rolling history, your goodness knows, I think I want something really. I would like something something that would test test their capabilities. I guess is probably the nice way of saying it.
Well, it is quarterfinals, so we would like to see some potentially a little challenging. Someone in chat asking Double Island late boots. That would be funny. But we'll see. Just waiting on CSR to get set up here. He did have to restart his stream there. So set up, and we should be going shortly here.
Yeah, and since on our end we see their whole stream, not just the game footage, looks like he just reset his tracker, so that I'm taking that as a good sign.
Yep.
Since they were just doing a practice seed prior to this.
Oh, forgot to switch the countdown to the race seed. Whoops, good thing I checked. I vote for surprise required hookshot and pedestal. Wrong game, Stom. Wrong game. Although, yes, CSR does have a link to the past background on the stream. So is why they're counting on it?
Although having hookshot, in what would hookshot might be an interesting replacement for the jump spell if you could fire it upwards.
Maybe. I mean, in Link's Awakening, you do use the hookshot in some of the 2D sections to hookshot up.
Definitely an interesting thing to contemplate, I guess.
Okay, somebody dumped a whole lot of points here on MiRai for the prediction. Good grief.
And I see, I see someone from Termina here. Yes, too.
Alright, we should be going here shortly. Okay, and someone did dump some points on Twitter. Would have felt a little bad out there. I said, well, let's get going here. Just click the button to start them off. I will be staying out of the prediction, although I do wonder how close. I probably might. Personally, I'm at 597,000 channel points right now. I might hit 600,000 by the end of these two streams here because we're doing a double header. We'll see. Anyway, we're up. Let's see. Countdown timer is out to get going. Tutor kind of forgot to restart the timer on his personal stream, but that's fine. And I should probably get back on topic. Whoops. Now, personally, not sure what I want to see out of Seed, so we'll see. Kind of open to whichever, since this is my first time back after a couple of weeks. Because we're
off we go, yes.
It looks like
Alice right off the bat, and that is a 3-6.
Yep. This looks a vanilla-like. Yeah, that's a vanilla-like map. Boulder Block Cave here, just north of Start. Looks to be kind of in the middle of the western side of the map, approximately. Maybe further towards the southeast corner. That's backside of Fairy Cave, which we don't really care about right now.
Oh, geez. And Dyra's on both sides. Go.
We're not trying to grind some Iron Knuckles. There's one.
Or at least seeing what they're worth, if nothing else.
Yep. And 200 ain't bad.
200 is nice, yeah.
That is a very, very brightly colored P5.
Yeah, that's a P5. Oh boy.
Here in what looks like kind of like the northwest corner. Got a town nearby as well. That's going to be an ice here. Right, P5 until you actually go dig it later, as we find Rudo here, sorry, it's the Reflect spell, it looks like.
Yep, that was Reflect.
I'm a little surprised. I guess where I really was to just get this early. Go west to find the boots. Good hint, yeah.
Yep, go west to find the boots. That's a significant hint there.
Yeah. This is indeed an interesting play. Yeah,
trophies in the west as well.
Yeah, and yeah, this is an interesting play to go do this early grind from MiRai, but I guess he just decided to seeing a vanilla like Bazam, decided maybe he just wants to do it now before getting into the weeds. Okay, the rest of this northwest corner is just a ginormous swamp with not much else in it.
Yeah, I suspect if those Iron Knuckles were worth like 50, I don't know how much of time he would have invested in that, but
probably not much. As no hint on King's Tomb, and they do have a town here in the southwest corner from MiRai. Yeah, our starting town could be the middle of the western side. Thunder and Rao are here in the far southwest.
Ooh, Guma Candle is in 5.
Sorry, what's in 5?
Candle.
Okay, we're not doing that.
Probably not.
Tudor showing that he is just fine taking out one of the enemies here in this dark cave. Just a pass-through, though. Not much experience. Just gonna get out of here.
And I didn't see where the start of the cave was, but it didn't really go very far.
I mean, it's facing south. I'm pretty sure the other side of it's just the hammer-blocked cave there by start. That's going to be of much use.
And that's
another
Jump Cave.
Which, yeah, we can't get to right now, and of questionable use as well. Ooh, Cave to Maze Island here in the southwest.
Maze Island and Death Mountain, I think.
Cave to Death Mountain next to the cave to the west there on Maze Island. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was looks like it was just only one other cave in the Death Mountain area that we have access to, but
yeah. It looks like we ended up in the northwestern end of the Death Mountain, so now we're seeing where we want to go right now. We are in one of the Eden Caves here for Tudor. Yeah, some Octoroks.
Yeah, I believe this is Medicine Cave.
It's like it, and some Rawheads. Nothing too gross, just annoying here mostly. In terms of the enemy set, as I say, that Tudor does take a death. 100 XP Octoroks isn't bad. If Tudor can survive this cave, he'll get a level and the item out of here. Maybe somewhere in the middle of the northern coast right now. Zelda's last life, not a lot of health here. 500 point P-Bag is a nice thing, though. Wowee.
Yeah, very nice.
Really thinking about it, yeah, Tudor, you should probably take a life level here to make sure you can survive long enough to get to the item. Oh, and we'd like to get an additional 17 XP, which I think this guy might give him.
And MiRai finds the first item.
Oh. Medicine for Tudor.
Vanilla.
The enemy only gave him 5 XP, which is sadly not enough. Was that a 500 bag for MiRai? I didn't look how much that was.
Looks like it, because there was 300 after the level up, so.
Yeah. Okay, so that 500 point P-Bag, basically unmissable there in Maze Island. Small key and drop pool is a nice thing for Tudor as he tries to find this additional 4 experience here.
Oh, there's the other item, and it's a heart. Okay.
Could be worse. There's the XP Tudor wanted. And it's gonna just keep going, actually.
That's the other 3/6.
Yep.
So I know this Iron Knuckles. Okay, now this one is also 200 because I believe they have different EXP pools for between the low numbers and the high numbers for palaces.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Tudor there not taking the level that he got the XP for out of that cave and ended up game over without getting. I would have taken the level, but well, he's back to start. Looks like he's gonna head south from start now, and it's gonna do the things that MiRai checked earlier. He did somehow miss Stonehenge, I guess, so that's just a red jar, so who cares?
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing that for a tutor, not that it matters. Kind of... Yeah, I guess he didn't go towards this bit, like kind of east of start, is where MiRai's head right now. But like biomes are always really kind of hard to navigate because there's just so much. Because it can be a little tricky just because you... it can be kind of open-ended, as this encounter is gross for MiRai. Good thing he got that heart container. Thunder picked up for Tutor. There's a... Oh, actually on the southern coast. I thought we were further north, but that's obviously the southern coast with Jump in Mito. They were for MiRai, because that's a raft tile on the southern coast there.
And we got a couple more caves here. That's Hard Container Cave.
That's mixing things up.
Yeah, I think this is Hard Container Cave. It's an item either way.
Right down to very low health here. We know they're not getting the candle. That's in P5. And okay, Tutor in the same area. Trophy picked up. And Tutor's gonna go get the hint for the medicine, I guess. Well, not the worst idea since this is Jump. 200-point P-Bag isn't terrible for MiRai here, still in the early game.
He has medicine. It was in Medicine Cave.
Oh, duh. Never mind.
And with Jump, he can get down stab while he's here.
Yes, I forgot that he had medicine. Whoops. You can tell I haven't commentated Z2R in 2.5 weeks. Friends quit. Sorry, I just out here.
It's the wrong side.
Very in there. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get around this enormous lake that's just north of MiRai's current position.
Yeah.
As we're going to have to go towards the eastern side of the map to check if that's bypassable right now, because that's not a promising-looking mess. We know the boots are on the west somewhere, we're just not sure where they are. It's going to be an item cave since we've seen Stonehenge, but we just don't know which the item cave or where said item cave is.
Yeah, we know that there's one cave that's hammerlocked, so there is always that possibility.
I believe that's the backside of Ferry or Jump or something. So I don't think it's that. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that hammerlocked cave is just a pass-through. Right, checking to see if that's a Baku encounter. I don't think he was on a forest tile when he got this, though. Tutor's gonna go pick up his, whatever this was. Trophy, that's what that was.
Yeah, this was Trophy, yeah.
And here's Trophy Cave, speaking of the trophy.
Uh-huh.
And 500-point P-Bag from MiRai. That's going to be attack 4. Thinking about that for a second. Do you want that? Yes. And boots.
There be the boots.
Never mind about that. Sorry, a problem.
Yep. And there's Bagu anyway, so...
Okay. I'm not even sure why I bothered going in. It is a funny 3-tile forest, by the way, from Bagu.
Yeah. And this is Magic Container Cave.
I thought someone said on one of the last streams I was watching for Z2R that you had to have at least a 4-tile forest for Bagu. I don't know about that because that was 3, I think, but here's a child from MiRai, so we definitely don't have to worry about our spell items. We found all of them.
Yep.
And no, you could have just taken this bridge, I guess. That worked too, for getting to the other side of Saria.
Well, assuming that actually links together like that. There's wasn't some other obstruction in the way or something.
Probably fairly unlikely, I think, with this vanilla-like quest, but in any case, moot point, because boots have been picked up from MiRai. Tutor's about to get them here. MiRai, you do remember you just got the boots, right? I'm a little surprised he didn't just start walking on the lake there. Or I guess what's actually a very large bay, because that connects straight to the coast, but, well, banana tree. I guess working his way back over towards Saria is Tutor picking up his child there, I think it was, Brain. Well, Tutor stumbled upon Baku because he doesn't look he's looking for it. I don't. No, yes, is the answer. And he doesn't care because he just got the boots, so which is the thing he just found. Brain has. Right, you have the boots, dude.
Yeah.
Hello? I think
well,
MiRai for.
Well, or just going this way might be. If he's going to go into the town to get the spell anyway, it might just be a zero sum.
I mean, I think the fact that the time he spent going into Baku's house and talking to Baku and walking back out plus this nerfs that melee. I'm pretty sure this is a bit of a time loss. It's not a big one, but it's a bit of a time loss. Child for Tutor. Yeah, where I did get the button. Unfortunately, I was just telling him about where Baku is, which he's already found.
Well, I mean, at least he doesn't have to go all the way to the mirror and then backtrack. So,
yeah, which I guess is a reason he might be rerouted that way, as Chad says. I still don't think it was worth it.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal either way, but yeah. And it turns out that the bridge, that bridge led to nowhere anyway.
Figures. Never mind, proving me wrong on that front.
Well, I think there was another. Yeah, that was the bridge that we saw earlier, and that was Fairy Cave anyway. So yeah.
We did see the rare case where one of the defining characteristics of vanilla-like biomes that there are narrow mountain passes connecting different parts of the map, and that one was full of water there, just next to the bottom side of Fairy Cave, which is really unusual. You're being a little silly. You don't see that very much. I don't know if I've ever seen a full water mountain pass there. I personally think Brian might have forgotten his boots.
Well, it is marked on his tracker, but yeah, possibly.
Just because you collect it doesn't mean you actually remember to use it.
Hmm.
Ryan's going to pick up his downstab now. Tutor doing the smart thing to go up the coast and check the northeast corner, which we have not seen yet. This is something that can trip up newer Zelda 2 runners, is that sometimes you want to check the coast to see if you can just walk up the coast instead of going the long way around by land. Fortunately, the northeast corner looked pretty much dead, so we're not going to go too far there. Tutor's going to go check this cave for whatever this is.
This is P-Bag Cave. We hadn't seen this one yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I've seen the item here.
Or actually, no, or this might be Architectic. Yeah, I've got these mixed up, but it's an item cave we hadn't seen yet.
Okay, that is a heart container for him. That is our final item in the west. We know MiRai's heart container from Maze Island, which Tutor hasn't found yet. Because I don't think he checked the cave. I don't think he checked the cave.
He saw it. He saw Maze Island. He just didn't explore it yet.
Oh yeah, wait, never mind. You're right, because I do see it marked on his personal tracker, which you can see on the commentary page, so he's fine on that. Chat discussing the possibility of shuffling the upstab downstab in with the spells, which would be something. Right, taking a look into. Yep, seeing that is P5 and deciding he doesn't want to go there yet. We're gonna go into P1, which I completely miss where this is for Tutor.
Yeah, I hadn't seen.
I assume somewhere up north, because that's where he was. I just didn't quite catch where on the northern side of the map this is. Middle of I think it was kind of somewhere in the middle of the north. I'm not sure where, just vaguely up north. So it should play P-Bag is going to be attack 3 from Tutor.
And MiRai about getting his reflect, and there's an item room already.
Okay, well that's nice. Doing is a pretty small palace, so...
Tutor does have a key, so he can get this. And it's the hammer.
Okay. I mean, it'll be nice if we need to dig spec rock for whatever that is, or if Nuka Studio exists.
Yeah, because we hadn't even seen the east yet.
Nope, we don't know where that is. We just know it's somewhere. Tutor decides he's gonna leave the rest of P1 for later. Gonna get wait on that level, wait on that gem for a better level up, I assume. There was a rock blocking an entrance material, yes, but it's probably the backside of fairy cave jump cave or something here.
We've seen all the item caves in the west, so this is just a pass through.
Tutor's just checking it to be sure, I suppose, which, if you're not 100% sure, it's not the worst idea. We know it's gonna just take him up by Rudo, I believe, is up there in the northwest corner. Yep. Up by Rudo. Not a particular... It might be marginally faster, since there wasn't much of anything ugly there. He's gonna go pick up Reflect. Might have been slightly faster than going around on the overworld, I'm not sure, but it was.
Possibly, especially when there's swamp around.
Yeah, 50-point P-bags, so just blah for MiRai on the drop pool there. Don't need it. He's already at 434, and we have both 500 and 200 point P-bags, and apparently 1-ups there in the drop pool.
And we've seen keys as well, so there's a good bit of stuff to be had.
Siege drop pool being pretty generous today, between 200 point P-bags, 500 point P-bags, no 1000 point P-bags, but they don't seem to be having issues with it. And 1-ups and small keys. Small keys? Keys. Brain. We don't have big keys in this game. Anyway. Okay, Tutor's gonna go back to Maze Island now, which makes sense. He's good out the west. He doesn't really have anything left to do there. He missed Stonehenge, but we know it's just a red jar, so it doesn't matter. And he is heading straight for the palace, which is good for him because we know both items are here. There's one and the other's to the southwest.
Yep. So that one was the hard container. The other was P-bag, which was also right near the palace as well.
Yeah, it's just to the southwest here. He'll find in like 3 seconds. Or maybe a smidge longer.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
I was afraid he was gonna start checking north.
Yeah, it was good. Me too. Just for a second, it's like, please don't do that. That said, let's see. We have seen all 6 items on the west. We've seen both items on Maze Island. We haven't seen either item on DM. We don't know where the raft tile on the west goes, and we haven't seen a bridge.
Correct.
And I don't know that we've fully seen the southeastern corner of Maze Island, but I doubt we've got a bridge on one of the in the southeast corner. There would be a little surprising. Certainly not on the northern or western coasts. So I think it makes sense for both of our runners to go into Palace here. Tutor looking to beat this 3 or 6, and also just see, do we need to go beat? Is the raft in here? Because it's looking quite possible that we might need to dig a palace for our raft to get off the west, basically, to get to the east.
And Dripper, our blue skeletons were 30. Not worth it.
Yeah. I mean, here's an elevator and a left for Tutor. We've got a lot of green today for our palaces. Both 3 and 6 are green. P1's green for MiRai. P5 is a rather bright teal, and we haven't seen the other 3. But we've got 3 of our 4 palaces that we've spotted so far are various shades of green. Not quite the spirit of the season, I don't think, but anyhow. Let's see. This particular room is glow flag if you want to go to the left, but to go down is just a fairy block. Decent amount of forks already, so even though we haven't seen the window, this is probably P6.
I wonder if seeing those wizards there actually makes a difference, or if...
Yeah, then that's confirmed P6.
Okay, yep,
with
that's...
the magic jar.
Ah, nice.
Which means that that is P3 there right next to Star on the west.
Yep, so we'll be looking for 2, 4, and GP in the east.
Yep. Knew that already, since we just seen the 3/6 that's not which is which. Just noting that attack 4 seems to be significantly more effective than attack 3, which that's how it goes sometimes. The rando. Nice open air room here. These are pretty cool to see for tutors. MiRai's gonna find Horsehead and take the gem.
Notably, did not find the hammer yet.
Nope. So he's gonna have to go back in. We know it's pretty quick. Tutor found it immediately, so shouldn't take him too long. 200-point P-bags of bosses. Not the worst. Could be nice sometimes if you're like just short of a level, but in this case, MiRai doesn't need it. Hey, Alan.
Yep, and MiRai's going right back into 1.
Yeah, he knows he wants a raft. At this point, is in all likelihood he doesn't have a hammer, so he might. And he knows he might like that. Maybe he'll find it here. It was the first left from Star Wars World Panelist, so this will be that from MiRai. And let me see here where he chooses to go next, as that is life 4.
Out of keys, but does have fairy.
Yep, so not a problem. We're looking to cast 2 bars of magic at magic 3, which isn't terrible, honestly.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
And here's the other side of that elevator room, I think, there, that Tutor saw earlier. So, right back around. If it is a different elevator room, it's still a glove lock, no matter which one, so, yeah. Starry and Melee on comms, me being back after a long break, after a break from 2.5 weeks for SGL, so apologies if I'm a little rusty. I have not seen a thing of Z2R in the past 2.5 weeks.
Although,
even though he's on his last life, I guess he is a decent ways in, so he doesn't want to walk all the way back here.
I was about to question why MiRai was still in 1 until I realized where his experience was. Just get the last bit of experience to get attack 5, and away he goes.
Yeah, that took him a minute there to get it, but he does get it, and he's gonna head for P3.
Although, honestly, I think those Bogos were worth like 20 apiece, which isn't bad for those things.
That's not helpful when you're trying to get a level too much.
Especially when you can get P-bags that are worth like 200 or 500 or something.
Yeah, both 200 and 500. Anyway, P3 is kind of a slightly more yellowish green than P1 or P6 were. Ryle's getting bopped around quite a bit here.
Ooh, outdoor barba fight.
Hey, these are always pretty cool to see. Tutor is on his last life, so he's gonna have to be careful here. He does have enough magic for fairy, so if he can survive the fight, that's fine. And the 200-point P-bag will actually put him 13 points forward to the next level, while Barb's drop a bit more, so he should hopefully be okay, I think.
Feels like Barba's got a good bit of health on him. That guy had a good bit of hits and health hasn't gone down at all yet.
Attack 3's not helping, it's fine.
Well, fair.
This isn't exceptionally dangerous if you know how to do this fight without taking damage, which Tutor does, it's just... Doing safe strats, no jackhammering when you've got 1 bar of health and it's your last life. You do not want to come back here, because this was a little ways in.
Yeah,
Tutor does not want to walk back.
Yeah, it took a while to get to this point.
I'm a little baffled when MiRai took a death there. I thought, is fairy just over 2 bars of magic? Because I could have sworn
I think it might be.
Because I'm not, because it looks like it's taking out right about 2 bars. I'm not sure if it's 40, if it's 32 or like 34 or something. Maybe 33. We'll see on somebody's next menu, I guess. It looks like it's directly 2 bars, but it might be 33. Anyhow,
And
here's Rebo.
it was
It is
33.
30. That's rude, game. That's rude.
Yeah. And Barba's down.
Yeah. Okay, so that extra magic jar that Tudor found out of P6 here really is helping.
Oh wow, you got 2 levels from that. Nice. That was worth 1,000, I think. And Fairy is still 33 on a Magic 4.
Classic. At least he has the extra jar from this palace to be able to cast Fairy twice, because 33 is just rude. It's 1 point too much to cast twice on your starting magic.
But yeah, basically you're getting 3 level ups from 1 boss effectively, which is quite nice.
Yeah. Tudor's gonna walk out of here. Looks like he's gonna head for DM. Or not, never mind.
It's either that or P3.
Yeah, I don't think either runner really wants to dig P5 right now.
Especially when you know it just has the candle. So you're definitely not digging for the item.
Oh no, they're both going to wait for the glove probably if they can, just in case, they get glove locked out of there.
Yeah.
For better levels really, because attack 3, attack 4 Goom is not fun. Attack 5 will be fine, but
so yeah, if anything, it's either going to be the item here. For they're hoping that the raft either has to be here or on Death Mountain, or
it's
something
bridge.
that leads, or the bridge to the east could be on DM as well.
Yeah, it's either here or dig DM, one way or the other.
Pretty much.
And they don't feel like digging DM, so here they are.
And so they have to dig 3 just to get to the boss anyway. So, although MiRai has already beaten the boss, but yeah, he's definitely hoping that the raft is here, so he doesn't have to come back here later, even if it is very close to start.
Yeah, both runners in the same room here. MiRai just slightly ahead of Tudor. I believe going up is what got MiRai to the boss. I'm just gonna leave that behind for now. Still just hot on MiRai's tail for the moment.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing a high 5 in a Z2 rando that doesn't involve GP.
Yeah, I don't tend to see that too often, but this seat's been kind of linear so far. Technically MiRai's up 1 gem 2 has 2 over Tudor's 1, but pretty close between the 2 runners right now. Because Tudor's already gotten the item out of 1, just chose to leave the level up for a little later to get more experience out of it.
Yeah.
And we know it wasn't too hard to find Horsehead anyway. And yeah,
got the item in 3. What do we got? And it's the raft. Right. Hello, Vanilla. How are you?
Yeah. I had to think about that for a sec, because I do not have Z2 Vanilla items. Wait, MiRai's. MiRai's going in the complete opposite direction of the raft tile. Where he's going, turning in the trophy, maybe? He's gonna try and clear P5, which also works. He doesn't want to come back, I guess.
Yeah, if you can finish off all the palaces on the west, might as well. So since we know that that GP is in the east, so if you can theoretically do all of the east in 1 trip without having to go back,
would be nice. Gotta walk through a wall here. Just gonna be a little annoying, because, yeah, like that.
Oh boy, yep.
I was about to comment on the possibility of a glove blocking. Well, hey, glove block.
And if nothing else, knowledge has been gained.
Yep. Just looking for Rebo, which I don't think is in this direction, but they'll find it eventually. Actually, no, it's up this elevator. Never mind. I got lost. It is a bit of a tricky jump here, so it'd take him a minute.
Oh dear. Ooh, okay.
And that's a dead end. We are glove black out of 5.
All right then. So let's see if MiRai decides to head for P6 or see where the raft goes.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he knows where he's going because he's not going to either. Though. Well, I guess this works for getting the raft tiles. Like this seems a little slow, but this will work. Just a different route.
If anything.
Oh, getting jump would make sense. Okay, I was like, this isn't too far from raft tile. I was wondering why he's going from the northern side rather than the southern side with this. I guess.
Yeah, just another case of possibly the logic of just clearing it out now so you don't have to come back for it later. And
yep.
cstutor has found Rebanek.
Yep. On low health, but he has a life left, presumably, and will need to die to cast Fairy anyway.
And there's the death.
Okay, yeah, he's fine on health. On life, sorry, not health.
There we go. And okay, MiRai is heading for P6.
Alright, just clearing it while he's here, which is fair enough. We know it's a little bit of a dig here. Not terrible, but Tutor did spend a good 3 or 4 minutes probably in here.
And we know that it's a magic container here, which is nice to have, though it's not. Well, I say it's not required, but you know we haven't seen New Kasuto yet, so who knows?
Yeah. It's going to make Fairy castable twice on one life, which is nice. As Tutor makes sure to check, they have little water. That mountain castle is actually completely water. I don't think I've seen that before. It's rather funny to see. MiRai, I think, did eventually remember he has boots as a side note.
Yeah, MiRai did take the river path through Maze Island. And yeah, looks like cstutor's heading back to 1 to wrap that up.
Might as well. Doesn't want to come back here. It's a little okay. It's a little bit in this silly awkward spot. Wasn't quite sure what this was originally. I'm thinking about which way to go in this room. I think taking the left was not immediately helpful, but I'm not sure.
The left was to the item room.
Okay, left is the item room, right eventually gets you to the boss.
Yeah, and cstutor never even went this way, just went left, found the hammer, and left, and just pieced out.
Oh, I was talking about P6, not P1.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh, there's the item from MiRai. Yeah, MiRai can start taking it left at the bottom of the elevator just a room ago, but decided to go right, which we know is a magic jar, and I don't remember where Barbara was. Just know it took a little bit for Tutor to find him.
I know it was at the light outdoor room up a ladder, up an elevator.
Yeah, I just don't remember where that was. I just know that it took a bit. We'll figure it out eventually from MiRai. Tutor, we know, shouldn't take too long to find Horsehead. It's a pretty quick palace. Let's get through that Iron Knuckle I was not sure he was going to. Quite to pick up the key, whoops, and takes a death.
Yeah, Bago sniped him, which gives him another chance to grab the key.
There is that, at least, as MiRai takes a death of his own.
There was that dead end.
Tutor making use of that key there.
And I think, here's Horsehead.
And MiRai also spending some time here in 6. Barbara was a little bit buried. Yeah, you can't go anywhere. I think this is the other side of the elevator we saw earlier, but either way, it's glove locked from this side, so. Glove locked elevators, not sure, 100% sure which one that is, but anyhow. Left from MiRai. That is third gem for a tutor. Probably will do the same, I think, and try to for P5, run face first into a glove lock and leave. Not sure he's going right in this second. Just getting the level. Gonna get the level up here. I'm gonna say it's fast enough to get to P5. And that's enough experience for that level up here. That is attack 5.
Yep. And there's P5 up there.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, probably not. Not too bad to get around this vanilla-like quest today. Sometimes it can be kind of nasty, but the boots being early helped a little, and here we go. Does anyone count how much fairy costs at Magic 5?
It's still 33.
Classic.
And yep, and there's Barba from MiRai. As soon as I saw the kind of the daytime outdoor area, I knew he was pretty much right there.
Yep.
And whoop, there's the jackhammer. Oh my.
Jackhammer from MiRai into that glove lock for tutor, so he's gonna turn around, go check like 2 rooms to the left, and then head right back out of here. So they'll be pretty much tied going into going for that raft tile. I think it's 1. I think the next room is the dead end for tutor here.
That's Magic 6 for MiRai, and Fairy's still costing 33.
Figures. And yep, there is tutor taking a think. Yep, that's a dead end.
Right,
In that Prowler.
MiRai thinking Death Mountain, but then thinking again, no.
He's gonna make it to the raft tile a little faster than Tutor, just because he's already down on the southern coast. Tutor has to walk there first.
Wow. Very boost locked.
That's a location.
Alright, well, we got our first town. It's Naburu that has life. And quick, nope. And, okay.
Okay, that's a complete dead end.
Yeah.
And I'm a little confused why Tutor's in DM.
DM is... Tutor is digging Death Mountain.
Tutor found the raft tile. I'm pretty sure it's in the middle of the southern coast on the west, as we find Nukasuto here with shield straight south of this raft.
Okay, and... 5 is enough.
That's good for these guys. And there's your trap. Well, can't complain.
Yep.
There's Spectacle Rock.
Yep, there's Spectacle Rock. And it has the
with a flute. So that could be big.
Interesting.
This is a very much of a mountain just east, by the way. Looking like a kind of ugly one, too. As I think that's a vanilla like west. This east layout's kind of gross. I would not be surprised to see a River Devil here, like that.
Yeah, there's a River Devil, and it might actually be blocking something, but there's a heart container in the desert tile.
We do have a Valley of Death just to the right there, and a pass-through cave to someplace up north. Okay, this mountain pass here might bypass Devil, though, from MiRai. We'll see. I mildly jinxed it, said we might see a River Devil, and no, there's a River Devil, though whether or not it's useful is a whole other story. MiRai's not going to check that yet. It's going to head across, find the bridge on the other side.
And Darunia has fire.
More I'm thinking about it, it's going to go get him at least. Might pick up stab. Go west, yeah, he doesn't care.
Go west to get the something.
He
doesn't matter what.
To the west, he doesn't care. Tutor's gonna looking for Hammer Cave, which this could. I think he just realized he's seen a raft tile. I was like, Tutor, I don't think this is worth it. He is also finally finding Stonehenge, which he just accidentally just never quite saw. Not even gonna bother with the red jar, doesn't need it.
Yeah. So one thing, there is also the thought of a three-eye rock possibly being a thing here.
Oh, for sure. We haven't seen any palaces here yet on the east. We just have the Valley of Death kind of out in the middle of the map. And Tutor is going to head straight south. He's not going to find a brew just yet, but that's fine. Not that he needs it.
And there's the last town, which will be Old Kusuto with the spell by process of elimination.
Yep. Are there for Tutor. We've gotten most of our items right now. We just kind of don't have a... We kind of don't have the glove, and we, I think he would be nice, though, if we don't need it. Fairy is castable, if just slightly annoying at 33, which it still costs a magic 6. There's GP. Okay, shield for Tutor here in New Kusuto.
There is a cave. We'll see what it leads to. That is Risen.
Alright, convenient item here for MiRai in the northeast corner here. And the 50-point P bag, which really isn't worth much, especially in a item pool with 200 and 500 points. We're gonna route pretty similarly here to MiRai. Gonna head across this pass, which is basically the middle of the map.
And getting the cross, which is even, it's... Without the candle, the cross is pretty much useless.
Yeah, okay, River Devil is not required looking at that for Tutor. The mountain pass just to the east gets you to the same place as the River Devil, so that's not a required double today.
Are you sure?
Or no, actually, never mind.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Wrong. That looks like it. That looks like it might be locking part of the southeastern part of the map, or it could be that there's another way there from over on the western coast. We'll find out. MiRai, if he needs to get that flute, might take a minute to find it in Spec Rock.
And that's another pass-through.
Yep. We're just heading towards the southeast corner right now. MiRai also kind of heading vaguely in that direction by a different route. Okay, Tutor kind of not going to check to the true southeast there, because that's where MiRai is.
Yeah, that's MiRai. I think took the bridge to. That looks like Death Mountain.
Oh no, that is DM. Never mind, I got lost.
And I saw.
Oh, there's a three-eyed rock. That is a record flute for Tutor here. If three-eyed rock exists in brackets flags, you need it, as that's an any key. Also very nice. That's a Caldera DM. Interesting. Thought it was a vanilla-like, but that's actually a Caldera. Okay.
And it is a palace, and it is P4.
Straight in we go.
P2 is in Death Valley.
Alright, we're heading straight in, and Tutor is hoping he can get a glove out of here.
Question in chat. We have not seen a hammer cave at all. CS Tutor had checked Death Mountain, pretty much only found Spectacle Rock, which has the flute, which we now we know we need.
Yep. Undercastable at Magic 5, it looks like there for Tutor. Should work. Not quite sure 100% what he just cast, but anyhow. Yeah, 60, okay, 68 Thunder. These enemies are not being nice though to him, good grief. So, Tutor did not find Hammer Cave. As a side note,
No.
if this is the glove, that could be big for MiRai. If it's anything else, I don't
Yeah.
think Tutor cares.
Alright, so what does Hammer Cave have? Magic
Jar,
container.
which is nice, but it's not required.
Yeah.
So let's see, what are our remaining item checks? We have the items out of 2 and 4 unhinted and unfound. We have Sunken Peaback Cave and the Spell Tower, so it's a 1 in 3 chance that Tutor gets his glove out of here.
So here's just hoping that, for MiRai's sake, that it doesn't take him long to find the Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, because he's exploring this from the bridge side.
Yeah.
Whereas Tutor was on what came from the cave to find Spec Rock. The bridge is on the eastern side of this caldera. The bridge is on the western side, or the caves and Spec Rock are on the western side. And MiRai's turning around. We might be a minute for MiRai. We don't have a flute pin, at least not that we've seen. So
yeah, not yet.
That might take a bit.
Although, yeah, once MiRai sees 3-Eye Rock, that might be concerned.
Yeah, I just don't think he's going to go back to DM immediately, though, because he's got a few other items outstanding. Glove Lock in 4, by the way, so we might not be able to get the glove. So we might not have a glove in here. Hopefully Karok's not Glove Lock, though, because getting back here would be a bit annoying. That was a Glove Lock junction, elevator junction, too, which I don't think I've seen either end of, so... we'll see. Nope, that's back to start, so that's definitely not helpful.
Nope.
And Tutor's pretty close to a level, which is why he's not leveling up, as MiRai has just seen 3-Eyed Rock.
Yep. We'll get that magical key, though, which is always a welcome find.
He is shaking his head, though, in this cam, which we can see. Probably was hoping for a flute in the most convenient place possible.
Yep. Though I don't think...
Oh, wait,
I don't think...
Tutor has on the elevator room.
Okay, Tutor, I don't think, had checked that cave, so I didn't...
No.
Wasn't sure if that was sunken or not.
Yeah. Okay, and this is the other side of the River Devil, so River Devil himself not required.
Yeah.
And it's a faster way to 3-Eyed Rock, though, which is the problem.
For sure, for sure. Now, here's the question of what does MiRai do? Does he go hunt down Spectacle Rock? Does he go hunt down Death Valley and Palace 2?
I'd probably see he's currently looking for Sunken Peaback Cave is what he's looking for here in the southwest corner. Pretty good chance he finds it here someplace like that.
Yep, that looks to be it.
Yeah, we've seen a pretty good chunk of the east, so there wasn't a ton of places left for it. And I suspect he might go dig Peak too, honestly.
Oh, and there's Karok. Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, but there's a pretty good chance I think it's the item in 4 is
it's a heart.
Locked.
It's a heart.
That's not it.
Oh boy.
So, Spell Tower or Cell Tower or P2 are looking highly likely, since I think the item in 4 might be glove locked. Tutor's seen a pretty good chunk of this place. We'll see if he goes back in. If he doesn't, I'm going to assume it's glove locked. Right, gonna go back to the Spell Tower here. So we'll see if this is it. Otherwise, P2's got that glove. Mariah does at least know that it's not P5, as Tutor has got at least one not glove locked path in 4, evidently, so... Because he's going back in. Or maybe just getting... No, yeah, he's going back in, not just getting the level. Shield.
Yep, MiRai just grabbing the shield spell while he's here.
And is this a glove for MiRai? Nope!
No, it's a
1-up.
1-up. Oh my,
So that is
okay.
either P2 or P4 has to have our glove, because
Uh-huh.
that's
Oh
all
my.
that's left.
Well, this is this is kind of scary now.
Yeah, and we have seen a glove-locked elevator. I forgot you can get through part of it for Tutor there, but I don't think we've seen the left side of that elevator room, if I'm if you're coming from the bottom or from the right, the bottom and right exits can be gone to with ferry from either one, but the left exit from that room, I think there's a left exit at least, right? Is hard glove locked. And we haven't seen that side of that room, so I'm worrying that the item's on the left side of that glove lock, because that's a dead end.
And MiRai is heading for 2.
Makes sense.
Good fairy feet.
Yeah. So this is an interesting race here, because Tutor could be wasting time here in 4, double-checking to make sure that he isn't just missed a path someplace for that item, and MiRai, on the other hand, is gonna check the item here in 2. Is going to have to walk it back out of the valley. The Tutor will have to do that as well, so kind of a moot. Oh, it's good. They both have to go back to West at some point for P5, so it doesn't matter much either way. Here's P2, reddish color here, not too bad. And we'll see who finds the gloves, because we know one of them does. And
That's a glove lock for Tutor.
That's the other side of that glove-locked elevator, so P4's item should be accessible then, because that is the only glove lock we've seen, is that elevator room. This P4 is enormous for a P4, by the way. I don't think there's a lot left in here, because Tutor's seen most of this palace, it feels like. It's not that large, it's usually medium-sized, and Tutor's been in here for quite a while. He's gone looped a bit, admittedly, but this feels like a really large 4. I don't know what's left either. Brian,
there was a path to the right from here.
Okay. Because we now know that our only glove lock so far is just a loop on itself. And we're really lost in 4, apparently. This is a maze. MiRai, we know, will not need to dig the item out of here, and we did see and Karak seemed to be not complete garbage to get to, unlike the item, so MiRai might save time on Tutor whenever he does finally get here.
Oh, there's Helmet Head already! And wow, not a lot of health, huh? Dang.
Does he? Did he start with like 3 bars of health there?
2. And there's the glove!
There's the glove!
Glove is in 4!
Tutor's out of here.
Glove is in 4. Ooh, boy.
That was very... MiRai not getting the item out of 2, I'm surprised. Tutor's now in go mode, by the way, 54 minutes in, as I'm surprised MiRai just left.
Yeah, that was kind of maybe, you know, when we're watching 2 different people, I'm wondering if MiRai saw a glove block in 2, then that was the only, and he was kind of just funneled into, or maybe he's just thinking, oh, okay, Spec Rock.
Yeah, it takes a while to get back into P2. I would have just checked for the item, but okay. MiRai knows he needs a flute. He's seen Sprite Rock, which is hard required if it shows up in these flags. It is guaranteed to be a palace, so... Tutor is looking for GP. Looking for the not Valley of Death Palace in the East. Instead, you know what? Never mind, let's just go check.
And yep, there's Spec Rock. And there's the flute. And there he goes.
Alright, Tutor is going to go, to P5. I forgot for a sec that P5 was not next to start, that was P3.
P5 is it right up there.
Reminder chat on the tracking. Melee's doing most of the tracking, but I've marked off a couple things. It's easy to forget stuff on comms. This P5 is a little bright for Tutor. It's a little more muted on MiRai's screen, but this is rather bright. call this color teal. How about you, Melee?
I would probably think it's more of a cyan. I
Or
think I was.
cyan actually is
I
better,
think
yeah.
like. Oop.
Oops. Aqua, yeah, that works. BT.
Yeah, I think it was like P1 was probably closer to teal, but
You might be right on that, actually, yeah. This is just right. Tutor just gonna use Thunder to clear that room a bit. Does not fall off again this time, good.
so does
And-
Thunder just get rid of the spawner too?
Not sure. I don't think it is.
Because I noticed no more bearheads spawned after that. I wasn't. If that's the case, I was not aware that that was a thing.
I wasn't paying much attention, not completely sure myself, as got a fork here. And MiRai's now in 4. We'll see how long he takes. He's gonna take an immediate left here, which we know this kind of just loops around, so we're not sure. We know that Tutor found Karok very quickly and then spent the next several minutes looking for the glove. So MiRai, we'll see how MiRai fares with this. That is a loop on itself, as MiRai.
Yep, there's a loop in 5, yeah.
Yep. So the only way after the glove block is to head right here. You know the candles in here, they really don't care. Another 4. Got some junctions here, and never mind.
And there's Guma.
Tutor should still have 1 life left after this. I think he's taking 1 death in that glove block room at the start. Yes.
Yeah, he's got a life to give, yeah. That was a bit of a hit from Guma there, though.
Yeah. Yeah, Para, this is a very particular color combination with the background and the curtains. Got safe strats for Tutor.
Yep, there's Karok. Karok from MiRai.
Pretty quick as expected. We know the item's been kind of buried, though. Tutor was in here for a while. It's funny, VT, you say this color scheme on P5 reminds you of the Miami Dolphins, because the race room for these two is called Clever Dolphins.
The game knows.
That's I do like the color scheme as well. Para for MiRai and P5 with the dark blue and the kind of more bronze colored curtains and statue there.
So Tutor just needs to head back to the east and get to P2.
And then JP. He needs to find both palaces first, but that's fine. Using Sari here just to get the level up, which is attack 6, and he's out here. Does Tutor have a slight lead here? Glove seems important. Tutor is... P2 was fairly quick, so I would say yes. The glove is absolutely buried here in 4 for MiRai. It took Tutor several minutes to find it, although Tutor is going to spend a little bit of time here looking for GP and P2, which will benefit MiRai. Tutor, you don't need any spells. You are that. Because P2 is what Tutor is missing. It's on the eastern side of the east. So he hasn't just never quite got there with how he routed the continents. He's going to spend a couple minutes looking for that. But there was also a couple of junctions that MiRai could have taken for Guma. Guma is at the bottom of an elevator shaft, though, so he shouldn't have an issue with it. I'd probably still give Tutor a bit of a lead. It's really hard to say right now. We're just gonna find sunken P-Bag Cave here, which is a...
No, he's not looking for caves.
No.
Not yet, anyway.
I think he's checking for a pass-through here. Which will get him closer to B2, since it's over on the eastern side of the map, so that's not useless, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, the glove is in 4 for MiRai. He knows it's in 4. I think he's seen every other check in the game. It's just a matter of how long it takes him to find it, because Tutor was in here for several minutes looking for it. I think we were checking every other room in the Callus before P4, essentially. Including finding the glove-locked elevator room from all 3 directions. Okay, yeah, Tutor needs to make his way back west and north to get out of this bit of the map, because this is not where P2 is, unfortunately, for him. Being very thorough just to make sure he hasn't missed something, because that does happen sometimes, where you just don't quite walk far enough for it. And MiRai has found his glove, so he is saving a little bit of time on Tutor, because Tutor saw a lot more of what MiRai did there. But Tutor is heading north good. He needs to head kind of east and then north, I think, to get to P2. Or to get to GP, technically, which will tell him he needs to go to the Valley of Death at P2. We'll see how MiRai does in P5, but this should be fairly quick. I'm gonna pick up... yeah, Tutor is gonna... yeah, fire spell.
Yeah, but there is that upstab, which has I know people have been burned by not grabbing that, so.
Yep. But GP should be just one here once he gets out, so that should be fine for Tutor.
Okay.
MiRai also getting trolled in this room does get the fairy off, though, so it's gonna save the life, at least for now. But this can be a little tricky with all the stuff in here. Makes it through a second time. We know that he's gonna find a big old loop here. There's the GP cited for Tutor, so that's good for him. We know that the right here just loops him around to the bottom. And Tutor has now gotten the bad news. It's time to go to the Valley of Death, which is pretty quick to get to from here, at least. It's just down and left. Down, left, and then up, technically. But, yeah, MiRai's gonna head right now, which is the only direction you can go in, because the left just loops around to the other side of that elevator room.
And yep, there's Guma from MiRai.
Yep, pretty quick. So MiRai does have a slight bit of a lead on Tutor, because Tutor had to find P2. Is that a game over for Tutor? Yikes. Big time lead.
Ooh, yeah, that's an oof.
That might be the difference maker here for Tutor, unfortunately. MiRai finding the glove significantly faster than Tutor game over in here, and on the Valley of Death. That feels really bad.
Yeah, that hurts.
D2 itself isn't all that long. It's just a pain to get through the Valley of Death and then back.
Yeah.
So Tutor's gonna head through this bit, and then head east, and then he'll be in the Valley of Death. The Valley of Death is at least enterable from both sides, which isn't always the case. It's just a little slow to get there, because it's smack dab in the middle of the map.
So now the big question of the moment is, how bad is GP going to be?
Oh, for sure. Like, this isn't over for Tutor by any means. He is going to be a couple of minutes behind MiRai here. Those could have 2 very nice fairy feats, though.
Yeah, I'll probably have to figure out the execution on that little trick myself someday.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it either. Fairy still faithfully 33 at Magic 6 because this game is ruined, and it unfortunately doesn't look like Tutor's going to be able to pull off the Magic 7 either, because this is going to be at Life 7 for his final gem. So, yeah. Really expensive fairy.
Right,
We're making
so
it
at
to P2.
106.07, MiRai enters GP.
Yeah, 106.12 for the current specifically.
And let's see what kind of poultry menagerie we see here today.
So far, that's fine. Much here. Nothing at all so far in this big room. Usually there's something going on like that. First checking of this GP. Kind of jinxed it there. Whoops. And there's
there's Helmet Head. All 2 bars of health for him.
Okay, that was 2. I thought it might have been 3. One browser, but up 2. Very, very easy Helmet Head.
So, quite the linear GP so far.
I think there was a 4 from MiRai.
Oh, well, there's one now. And Tutor walking out of GP, and there's Thunderbird. And MiRai noticing his goof on his magic management.
Thunder cost 64 still. I think 68 last
68. 68, yeah. And he cast shield first.
Whoops! Math fail. Not too much in the way of gesticulation, Eleanor. Just more of a kind of a baseball moment there for MiRai.
Yeah, but when you're in the middle of a race and you feel like he probably feels like he's behind because of how long it took to find the glove, and so it probably has that brief thought of, did this just lose me the race? Because sometimes it can be that close, you know.
Oh, for sure. Unfortunately, Tutor it does take a while to get in and out of this Valley of Death. Getting in and out of the Valley of Death takes longer than this P2, P2 did, if anything. Oof. Blue Chicken Knight to the face. 2 of them interacting.
Yeah.
Yowp!
And she just got 2-shot by them at life 6.
Yep, 109.15 GP for Tutor, so just under 3 minutes. So just over, 3 minutes behind. That was a very rude pair of Chicken Knights. At least there's a 1 up here. And hey, another Blue Chicken Knight. Great.
There's an elevator.
And another elevator. And another elevator. And to another chicken.
Oh my, a lot of options here.
Lot of options. Yeah, this would be really close if Tutor didn't take that game over. It's still really close, potentially, given the amount of options we have. Although that just looped. I think.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And that's, the, fun little room here where I trying, there we go, with jumps.
Oh,
triple
my goodness.
Chicken and waffles room. It's a good thing where I had enough magic left for a jump, because, yeah, you do not want to fight that trio.
No.
And, of course. 5 chickens and 1 waffle room. Good grief.
Yep.
2 blues, 2 reds, and 1 orange. It's really good thing this is the regular waffle room variety, not the waffle variety.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like two
emoji,
blues,
sorry.
2 reds, an orange, a whole lot of lag, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Oh, and here's more. Blue and a red there in this paperclip room. Chicken and awful. Well, yes, with that waffle room. More chickens. You were asking about the poultry menagerie. I think they're out in force. Also, downstairs block from this direction. Into another waffle room. Significantly tamer first waffle, at least.
So far.
Which is why I said first waffle. Don't know about the second. That's not bad. Tutor's not got much life here. There we go.
And Tutor gets past Thunderbird without much issue.
And Kingbot for MiRai.
There's another ladder, another elevator that goes left, and another Kingbot.
Yep. And a dead end.
And a dead end.
We'll see which way Tutor goes, because there's options in this GP, and the one MiRai's on seems to kind of stink. Oof, on that death. He is also down to his last life, is important to note here.
Yeah. And Tutor, I don't think we see MiRai go this way.
I think the left on that junction was a loop going
No,
right.
it was.
We got looped around to one of the lefts on that
Yeah,
elevator
the
shaft.
top one, the top right looped to that one. But
Okay, so
it looks. I'm guessing that was a dead end though, since Tutor didn't go explore that path further. So.
Tutor
No,
decided
he's
to
very
not
much-
explore the top of the elevator shaft. He's currently following MiRai for better or
Yeah.
or what MiRai was doing. MiRai's back is not going to try to take the top. And going to take a left as Tutor sees this collection of fun.
I think that the top of that first elevator, that one led to the loop. Because MiRai went that way first.
I think top right did, yeah.
Yeah. He didn't take middle right, which from what we saw from Tutor was probably a dead end.
More chickens!
More chickens! With add a little extra spice to it too.
Yeah, the one on MiRai's side has got a spicy chicken in the mix instead of the orange that the one that Tutor's in has. Okay, second waffle, just a regular old red chicken night here for MiRai. Most of the orange he doesn't care about, but good grief, these chickens are rude.
Well, on some level, all these birds, considering that, for the American audience, Thanksgiving is tomorrow, so yeah, having a whole lot of birds seems oddly appropriate.
It does. Downstairs block from this direction, we saw we've got the runners and mirror rooms there.
There it is.
There it is. It's gonna be GG's here tomorrow, assuming he doesn't. Assuming Death Darkling doesn't take out his 4 bars and change of health, which he shouldn't.
Yeah.
MiRai taking game 1.
Especially with shield up, but yeah, this was a long path to get to Darklink, I think.
Yeah, this took a bit. And that is GG's to MiRai, 114.59. Gonna take game 1. Yeah, just barely sub 115 by 1 second, but it counts, I guess. Saving on this interview here as Tutor's going to continue exploring GP. And that's going to be a lava bath. I've got 2 lives left still since you've got the 1 up. Tutor also got Magic 7 at some point, though. It doesn't look like Fairy's any cheaper at Magic 7.
Yeah, surprise. Ooh, yep, yeah, Def Fairy is still 33.
Figures.
Yeah, in my experience, fairy never really gets that cheap.
Okay, so back to the main elevator shaft. We know top left is the way to go here. Tutor doesn't know that yet. He's gonna take top right and get looped.
Yep.
It's a pretty quick loop, at least. It's only like 2 or 3 rooms, so you should be back to the... Yeah, okay, no. Like 1 room, in fact, because there's the other side of it. Yeah. He is now going to take top left and get... And we'll be in Dark Link's room in a little bit. And is gonna get controlled by this blue chicken knight on the way out. He'll survive the room, though, which is the big thing. I think he has at least 1 life left, which he's going to need for the really ugly lawful room here. Yeah, not surprised at that death. And it's just gonna cast jump here. I'm a little surprised he didn't do so on the previous life. It's only 6, but... Lag Central making it hard for him to get that jump. There we go. You're going to be behind by almost exactly that game over? Yeah, pretty much, Elendar. That game over really made a big difference maker here.
Yeah.
For our runners, Lag Central is not helping Tutor. Goodness gracious. His side is really struggling with his room and all the chickens. There we go. You survived this pair of chickens. Barely. He is down to his last life.
And there we go.
Okay.
Okay.
It'll be done soon, assuming Darklink is too terrible. 1.5 bars of health is wildly concerning. Does cast shield, and then we'll see about interviewing him. Right. And there we go. GG's 2 Tutor finishing up 118.54, just under 4 minutes behind. And we'll see if he wants to interview us all as I tow in MiRai. GG.
Thank you. Hello.
Yeah. So, your first thoughts on this one?
I full cleared the seed, and it seemed like it was going to be tough to not do that unless you just gambled on Spec Rock having a thing that you needed in this seed.
So about that, I think Tutor might have slightly forgotten the raft tile or something, because he cleared P1, he's cleared places 1, 3, and 6, got glove block out of 5, and went to DM before he went back to raft tile. We're not quite sure why, but he got the flute pretty quickly.
I see. Well, I didn't, and let me tell you about my journey. Well, I don't have to tell anyone. Y'all saw it. It was all over the place. P2 before Spec Rock. Obviously, the boss was at least reachable, but there's the glove block at the bottom of the boss's elevator. I knew immediately that the item wasn't there. And so it came down to essentially 50-50 full loot in one of those 2 spots and potentially glove in the opposite. You know, it could have been like glove in 2 and flute in Spec Rock, but it was not. It was not reachable in 2, so that meant flute had to be in Spec Rock, which meant the glove had to be in 4 at that point, and that was everything for me. That was 100%. Well, other than the item in 2 and not picking up the candle in 5, you know, that was 100% know where it's all at. An hour into the seed there, that's I'm not happy about that.
Yep, and based off of process elimination, the item in 2 had to have been the last magic container.
Yeah,
if I'm reading things right. But yeah, CS Tutor definitely took a bit of a different path. Did find the flute early before ever going to the east.
It did.
Found P4 before, pretty much found P4 first before finding GP or 2. was able to get the glove out of there. Took a little while to get there because that was a bit of a path to get to the glove. But probably the biggest difference in this race was on his way to P2, he game overed in Death Valley.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which cost him
and it
a
was
couple of minutes.
yep, and it was about a 3-minute difference between you entering GP and him.
Interesting. Yeah.
Which I think is basically about most if not all of that is how long it took him to walk all the way back there from the west.
Yeah. That sounds about right. Wow. I'm sure. I don't know if Tudor's gonna. Oh yeah, he said he's gonna jump in a few minutes here. Did Tudor do his normal kind of glass cannon leveling strategy where he just power levels attack and kind of leaves life a little low?
I don't think so. No, not
Okay.
really.
Not really. He just usually does your take them as you go is usually his leveling strat, I believe.
I know
So
at the very least he hit Magic 7 and Fairy was still 33.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. Right there, just right in the line of being able to cast it twice for a while. I guess
We noticed.
the container in 6 helped, but I was clearly gambling on palaces after seeing that glove block in 5, and I was like, should I just stick to the overworld or what? Where's this required glove here? It's obviously, generally speaking, always going to be required, but simply that it's required before GP here now. So is it, are there going to be more glove blocks in palaces? And technically there were, but there were 2 palaces with that one room that had the one tile gap that you could ferry through. So
Glove
the
fairy
glove,
on the right side.
yeah.
Yeah, it's glove block from the left, but I think you guys found the left side of that room on both the palaces that had it. I think, or might just be scatter rating. Anyhow, yeah, it did not end up mattering that room.
Otherwise, felt pretty bad, but I guess 75 minutes for a full clear of the game and a chunk of GP isn't too bad. I guess that one up helped me in that one room. I was getting beat up badly. I screwed up before Thunderbird. I think
We
I
noticed.
I think
yeah,
you cast shield beforehand, and then you're
yeah.
just short on Thunder. Yeah,
I was like, my math has failed me, and I was not happy about that one. No, that was not good. But if that one up wasn't there, that would have cost me. I would have died at some point before getting to Darklink because I was on my last life there. And yeah, some of those rooms were a little busy. Jump and shield in 2 of those waffle rooms, and few birds elsewhere. I bodied the orange bird. It took about 3.5 hearts off of me, and I tried to get the life level there. When I placed the gem in 4, I skipped the attack level to get the life level because I felt that 6 was going to be a little. I was going to be a little vulnerable in GP, and then I kind of forgot to kill a few things along the way. And by the time I got to the item room, which just happened to be in that direction, walking back and going left at the one junction, there wasn't anything in the item. I would have had to backtrack out of the item room to kill more stuff because there was just a bot and like a tin suit or something in the item room itself. So it was just like, well, I guess we're just going to forego this life level and leave. So we're out. But things were hurting in GP for sure.
yeah. I don't know if it was you, if it was Tudor, but I know there's that one room with a couple of blue bird knights, and those things they 2-shot.
Yeah. I guess I had all 8 hearts, so it would have been. Oh, it would have been a 3-shot for me, but yeah, 3.5 hearts. Man, yeah. Otherwise, I don't
Yeah,
know.
because it had to have been Tudor because Tudor didn't get that heart out of Sunken.
Yeah, he didn't because
Because he was in go mode after clearing 4, so
Yeah.
he didn't really
he
check
just had to
anything else
find P.
afterwards.
He just had to find GP is what it was.
And
He
P
finished
and
P4.
yeah, he hadn't seen GP or P2 at that point, so
Yeah, flute out of Spec Rock, glove out of P4, go mode early on. Must be nice. Must be nice. The luxury life.
Mm,
Tudor's in the waiting room.
okay, he just joined. I've been looking over there. Hey, Tudor, GG.
GG Tudor.
Hi, GG.
Word on the street is that someone got the flute well before seeing Three-Eyed Rock, and then got the glove out of 4 before even seeing all the palaces. And my journey was not that at all. So I full cleared the seed, essentially. I was in panic mode for a good bit of this.
I don't know. I just like, after hearing that, I just kind of like, I don't feel worse about what happened. How was the GP for you? Because I feel like that's where I lost the game. Here.
Pretty similar, I want to say.
Yeah, it was about a 1 minute difference in how you guys traversed GP, because you were 3 minutes behind going in and 4 minutes behind finishing.
Yeah, it was a little rough. I was at like 6. Birds were doing 3.5 hearts of damage to me. I had every spell but life. Oh, I guess I didn't have fire either. I skipped fire. I don't know what that was, but let's see. There was right at the first junction. That was right to Thunderbird, and then after Thunderbird, there was like a 4 stack of elevator rooms and junctions, and I went all the way up and right. I came to the left side of the 4-way. I went down and right, and I appeared, I think, on the right side of the 4-way, and then I had the 2 lefts. I had the left in the ferry room, and then I had the left at the top of the elevator. I went left at the top of the elevator. There was the Jackamus room with the statue head room. I went down and right and followed that to Darklink, but I had the 2 lefts remaining post Thunderbird, so I don't know if those dead ended or what happened in those areas. But that one up that was after Thunderbird's room, if I hadn't grabbed that, I would have game overed before seeing Darklink, and then I would have been, I'm sure the position change would have happened at that point. So it sounds like it was pretty down to the wire there in terms of me staying alive.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm just terrible at this game or something, because I had no time. Because by the time I had glove, it was like almost like 49 minutes. I felt like I had, like, I don't know. I didn't even touch 3 of the locations. I mean, I got upstab from Darunia, and that was it. And I didn't even do Old Kasuto or New Kasuto or Nibiru whatsoever. I didn't do those caves. I didn't do Spell Tower because I never found Spell at all. Like 2 of the item caves that were on the east side, I didn't find item cave whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't know. What am I doing wrong? Like, I just feel like I mean, if you had all that time to full clear the entire game, like, and I had to skip like 7 things or so on this out of this game. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, because
Well, I was told there was a game over in Death Valley that probably cost a difference of time of entering GP there.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
probably a big thing there. Yeah.
That was the biggest one. MiRai also had a slightly shorter trip through P4. I think you saw every room in it. MiRai was a little faster in there, looking for that glove.
yeah, but I mean, that's in order for me to full clear this game, I would have to be like at least another 10 minutes, like, or so. Because I don't know if did you do P4 well, if you said that you last looked at flute, right? Or glove?
Yeah, P4 was the last palace I did.
So you full cleared 2. So you oh no.
No, 2 had a glove block at the bottom of the boss's elevator, so I couldn't go any further.
Okay. I was hoping that P2 was going to be glove locked because that was my last one that I was going to do. I don't know.
I mean, sometimes it's like the small time bleeds are essentially just coming down to palace routing, overworld encounters, like what you fight. It all kind of adds up over the course of an entire seed. I don't know. You know, I'd have to I'm sure I'll watch this race back sometime tonight, maybe. But I don't know. Sometimes it just comes down to execution over the course of an entire seed. Like 10 seconds here, 20 seconds here. It all adds up to minutes over the course of 75 minutes in the seed. Every knockback you take from damage is a second and a half or something like that, 2 seconds or whatever. I mean, I'm just saying in general, these are the things that, I think this game comes down to a lot of that type of execution where even dodging overworld encounters and try not to take an encounter every time that the encounters pop up in the overworld. If you can dodge those, you save how many ever seconds. I mean, that's a huge thing in a vanilla speedrun is dodging encounters all day long. So, that's something I try to do as a runner. I try to escape encounters as best as I can. And do my best not to lose where locations are that I need to go back to. That's wasn't too bad in this one, but I mean, it's happened plenty of times in the past. And again, like simply clearing palaces. I found Guma without too much problem. Like the palaces were pretty kind to me. I can't remember 6 really. 6 had the pass-through item room. I walked back through it after a dead end, and I think I walked. It wasn't too long before I was in Barba's room outside. Yeah, I don't know. And, even when it comes down to combat and boss fights and stuff, if a Barba fight takes, an extra minute, if a Guma fight takes an extra minute, I mean, there's 2 minutes there. If Rebo takes, an extra minute, it's all little time adds that, little time bleeds that add up over the course of a full seed here. Strategically up and A-ing is another thing. Sometimes bad up and A's are a thing that costs time. Hasty up and A's that, you could have cleared something. You're like, oh, whoops, I left a junction 2 rooms behind me in a palace, but I up and A'd and now it's, 6 rooms to get back there, or I can take another direction and it's the wrong way. Whatever, random palace layouts are certainly a thing that time bleeds happen in.
Yeah.
Where was Okusudo exactly?
Olakasudo, middle of the eastern coast. It was actually right next to the bridge tile, which MiRai actually took to get to DM for Hammer Cave.
Yeah, was it not? You kind of had to walk by there, I think, to get the GP. I thought maybe it was like just outside of your screen if you walked a certain way.
Where was the bridge?
Middle of the eastern coast.
On the DM side, because I never took that.
Middle of the eastern coast for both the east and DM.
Eastern coast.
So
Yeah,
Death Valley had
it
some
was a
water.
caldera DM, as it turned out. So you had the cave from Maison dumped you in the northwest corner. The bridge from the east is on the eastern side of the caldera.
Oh my god, okay. Yeah, I never found that until I had found GP, and I could have saved some time getting back to GP from if I had found it, but I don't know. When I found the flute, I just went to DM on accident, to be honest. Like I wasn't planning. I was planning to I was still looking for raft, and I was still looking for bridge to get over to the east side. So I just happened to go into DM because I thought, well, it might just be there, on that side.
So you had a raft already at that point? I'm not sure, though.
I had done P1 and P3 before I started going. I was hoping to just be done with all the west side before leaving, but because Gumas was glove locked hard.
Yeah, you guys both ran into that?
It would have been nice to see that first and know that that was the case. I probably wouldn't have touched those other. Well, I had to touch P3 for the raft, but I could have waited. Well, I don't know, because I needed a hammer out of P1 too.
Yeah, it's a hard call to make, dude. When you see that glove block in Palace, like I did 1, then I did 3, and then I did 5, but the glove block there now had me spooked, right? You're thinking, are there going to be more glove blocks in these other palaces? Because then I went to 6 on the maze afterward, concerned that there might be a glove block in such a large palace. But if there was, it wasn't blocking either the item or the boss. But yeah, I mean, for real, that's certainly a concern when you see one glove block, and then, are there going to be more? Where is this glove? Because we need it before GP at a minimum.
Mm-hmm. Well, usually, I think I've seen one that wasn't actually glove locked at all, but it's very rare for something like that to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we say it's like we say it's required, but it's in air quotes, and it's like 99% of the time required. But yeah, sometimes GP will roll open enough to where the path to Dark Link has no glove blocks on it.
Yeah, it is more likely in like Max Rando when T-Bird isn't guaranteed required, but it's quite rare in Standard. And of course, Standard also requires 6 gems. Max Rando not necessarily do that, which is also where we tend to see a little more often. But waffle rooms, there's usually a lot of waffle rooms, and this GP was no exception. Good Greek on some of those chickens.
Yeah.
So it's quite common to see glove blocks, but yeah.
All right. Well, GG again, Tutor. We'll do this again tomorrow night in about 25 hours and some change. I think Star's got to get set up for the 9 o'clock race here.
Okay.
Yep. In about 20 minutes, we've got the Z2R NIT semifinals between Sigil and Valence. Game 1.
Yep.
Nice. Well,
so,
thanks to Star for picking this up last minute, because we scheduled this a little less than 24 hours in advance, and then Star appeared and picked this one up. So thanks to that, and thanks to Melee Wizard. Haven't seen you in a while, man. Thanks for jumping in on comms here.
Yeah, it's been a while. I really should do this more often, but
Absolutely. All right.
All right.
GG Tutor again. Thanks for the restream, folks, and I'll see all y'all tomorrow night.
Yeah, GG's. So please give both runners a follow here, MiRai and CS Tutor, as well as my co-com Melee, who is also doing most of our tracking tonight. So that's coming up ahead on the CSR schedule. We do have another Z2R match starting up in about just under 20 minutes, as mentioned. That will be Central versus Valence. Game 1, you have the Invitational semifinals. We also have at 10:30 p.m. another the other MIT semis match between the Gallant Heffley and the Goblin. That is not currently scheduled for a restream, as that is a little late for to me. Doesn't currently have a restreamer because that's a little late for me, but we'll see. Now tomorrow we've got a pair of Link to the Past New Major Glitches League Season 5 matches, both out of the Desert Palace division at 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Keeps versus Fleebian, Willie versus Baker Jr., and they'll have, of course, MiRai versus Tutor Game 2 at 10 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. CL to CL then. In the meantime, though, we're going to head over and say hi to Vaughn, who is doing some Zelda 200% all keys practice here. So we'll see how that's going for them. In the meantime, thank you for watching all, and we'll see you in a bit.